What is up, ninjas? My name is Sam World, and yesterday, instead of watching late at night, I was watching one of the sexiest man ever, because that's what I like, Dr. Disrespect's videos on YouTube on highlights of his live stream, and the music in the background caught my eye. Now, after doing some research on these artists, I've came to the conclusion that this is called Synthwave, and today we're gonna try and make some of it. So today I'm gonna be a newbie that makes it, and I've done a bit of research on this genre, and to me this genre is like the big room or the main EDM genres right now of the 80s, because in the 80s we had this emergence of electronic artists like Madonna, Depeche Mode and whatnot, and this genre seems to try and capture that. But before I start making synthwave for the first time, guys, I've downloaded a couple of things that people suggested on forums, and this is what I pretty much downloaded. One of the more popular drum machines from back in the day called the Lindrum, and I've also downloaded a free pack of, I think, the Emu drum machine, and I have the samples there, so we're gonna be using them and going from there. Now, I'm also fortunate enough to own a couple of synths, and today I'm gonna sample the crap out of my ARP Odyssey to get the bass line and maybe do it for the lead as well if we have time to do it. So we'll see how it goes, guys, but let's get started by sampling the Korg ARP Odyssey first, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so I think the first thing we're gonna do is gonna be to really just make a bass. So we're gonna pretty much have sustained decay low on this here. These are already low. We can just lower the transposition here, and I'm gonna go with the square wave. Add a second one, maybe detuned a little, and we're gonna record that, just a one shot. I have Ableton running right now with the recording on, and let's do one by itself. Let's do one again, maybe with pulse width on one. Okay, cool, and I think that will be good for the bass. Now if we go up, we can do kind of like the pluck, and we're gonna go with sauce for that. Gonna lower that. I think that would be good, so let's just get one at maybe G. We're gonna do all these at G because that's the key of the song, I guess we're gonna try and make. A little bit higher decay. A little bit higher, and then let's do another one with a bit of detunement as well. There we go. So that's gonna be it for that. Now we're gonna try and make the lead, so let's go high sustain, open up the resonant or the filter all the way. See if we change the filter type. Let's add a bit of a LFO to the pitch of one of them to get more of a nastier vibe. So let's see, we're gonna have the LFO here to the pitch. Alright, so let's get one with a bit of release, so we're gonna sample this. Alright, cool, and let's get one opening up as well, so we're gonna give it a bit of attack. There we go. Alright, cool. So from there, I guess we could just sample, let's see, some sweeps with the filter so we can kind of use those as well. So for that, we're just going to have a very high resonance. There are 3 modes, so they're all going to give me, I guess, a different one. So let's go maybe down an octave. Alright, and let's go up an octave. Cool, cool. Alright, and then let's see, let's try doing a bit of sync on one of these and changing it. Alright, there we go. And let's see if we can do anything else with this. Maybe adding the LFO to the filter. And then let's do one last one. And then let's go filter 2. Alright, cool. And I think that's all we're gonna sample, and we'll try and make something, and if we need anything else, then we will go into Silent 1 to get it, or we might change some of these for Silent 1 as well. Alright guys, so we are inside of Ableton now, and here are going to be all the samples I have for this. So these are again free. I think I got the Lindrum ones by just Googling Lindrum free samples, so these are going to be it. So we're gonna have a lot to play with, and then the cork samples, I've gotten them into a folder as well, the same ones, so that we can get started on this. So first things first, 110 BPM, seeing where we can take this and go with the kick. I kind of like this one. I don't want to use anything that I'm not familiar with, so I do like punchy kicks, so we're gonna go with that and use that. So I think my strategy first is to start by making the main idea of the song, or the drop, which is gonna be the melodic portion of it. So let's get the drums going. We're gonna go with a snare first. I kind of like that one, so we're gonna do that. There we go. And let's see. I want kind of like a longer one out of it, so maybe that one. Yeah, dude, these samples are very thumpy, man. I'm actually liking enjoying it. So, first things first is we're gonna do the reverb trick on the snare. But we're gonna put a gate on it so that it's a lot cleaner as well. So, we're gonna go with a gate. We're gonna sidechain to the snare. So we're gonna sidechain to itself, and then we're just gonna pull down. With release, we control the. There we go. And from there we can start by, you know, putting the bass first. So let's use a sampler from Ableton to get this going. So we're just gonna go in with a sampler, and we're gonna drop in one of the bad boys that we recorded, and we'll see which one fits better. So let's go with the D2 one first. We'll start it here, and we're gonna do a rolling bass for it. I kind of have an idea already of what I want. It's so that's what we're gonna be going with. Let's put it in the key that we're in. So G2. And let's just hear it. Okay. There we go. And now we're gonna go from there. So there we go. Don't do it. And then I think maybe up. I think maybe. Yeah, I think that'll work there, and we'll just have that going there. Let's not forget the sidechain, baby. So we're gonna sidechain to the kick. Man, that came out. There we go. And now we're gonna add like an ARP or a progression to it. So that's what it's gonna lead towards. So let's see what we can do. Let's see. So let's see if we can go down. Okay, so that's gonna be good, and now we're just gonna have like the top progression going like an ARP that we can have here. So let's go back into that folder and grab one of the plex. Go with that. Oh no! Oh man, it's gonna load it up until down. There we go. Bring it back, and we're just gonna add it here. All right, and let's see if we can get something cool with this. Now, using Ableton like this will bring up a lot of cool things that we can do, as you're gonna see right now. So I think we're gonna go into the volume of this and put it not as sidechain, and maybe up and up. We'll leave it there. And then let's do like a little and see what we can do. Maybe something. Yeah, something like that. Let's see if we can widen it a bit. I do want this wide, and it's not letting me spread it just because it's all mono signal. Obviously, the Korg Arp Odyssey is a mono synth. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use the Haas or something to get it to sound wide. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying stuff like, that messes up the phase. Why don't you pan it hard left and hard right? The thing is if it was the synth itself, I could do that if it was playing through right now, like legitly, it wasn't sampled, because every time the Korg plays, anytime an analog synth plays, it doesn't reproduce almost the same sound. So that is possible, but I'm gonna use the get it on the side. So let's EQ that as well so that it sounds a little bit more crispier and see. All right, cool. And then let's see if we can add a lead on top, which is one of the leads for the main melody. So let's go with, again, back to the Lindrum here. And I kind of want this one. I think it'll work a lot better. Give it a bit of attack, and let's make sure that it can glide. All right, so let's see if we can come up with a melody. All right, that works. So let's record that. Okay, cool. And now we're going to put a bit of reverb, and we're going to go with the Valhalla 80s, the vintage Verb, to see if we can get some cool vibes out of this. And we're going to get rid of the Haas. All right, and let's add a bit of hats here. Let's see how we can do with that. So something like that. So we're gonna be using the drums from here as well, and going there. Let's see. Maybe we can just do the standard that everyone does. I think it's like that, and we'll see how that sounds like. I'm not liking it so far. Let's see. We're gonna add stuff to the drums though, for sure. So you can do that there. All right, cool. Now let's mess with the bass a bit. I just want to compress it a bit more. Gonna go with my favorite one for these type of bass lines. And then Decapitator to bring it back up. Instead of just making up the gain, we'll bring it back up with a bit of juiciness. And then we're gonna EQ after, just in case saturation brings back some of the ones we're getting rid of. Okay, let's try and get these into a bus, drums, and I guess we'll route like the CLA or something into them so that they just have a nicer, I guess, vibe. Yeah, I think stereo would be the one we want. All right, let's lower the gain a bit more. Now, if we were to arrange this out, it would be simple. We would start with just the bass or something here. So we'll do that. And then just be like dun 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 dun. So we'll do that there. And let's move this to the fucking right here. And just do a quick arrangement of it. So let's see how that's gonna. Let's put an ozone just to have like a little master, a cheat sheet master, just to see how it would sound like. Usually I can tell if it's too much bass once we have this add. And then we're gonna use a bit of the resonating that we did to add little ear candy. All right, cool, and we'll just keep that going. All right, cool. Now let's see if we can add a bit of resonation to that, or those little kind of effects that we did. We're gonna have to process them though, or EQ them so that we can use them. I think the first one should be somewhere like here. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, and let's put an EQ on it. We don't want the lows on it. Okay, cool. And yeah, let's move these out of the way. And let's hold shift to warp it a little bit better. Let's see. There we go. Move it here. Let's see if that's going to sound good. Okay, and I'm gonna add Sooth on it, which is a plugin that's really cool, but it's overpriced, I'm not gonna lie. Got it for free, which doesn't make it sound that hard. As you can see there. So it prevents that resonation from being a little bit too dirty. And I guess we'll just route this to like the B. I want a ping pong delay to give a bit more of a stereo feel. You know, a lot of this music, the stereo feel is going to come from the effects like delay and all that when hearing it for a while. Just because back in the day, that's how they mix. They don't do any of the stuff we do where we have the reverb on the channel at times or having it the delay on the channel. So that's why we're doing it that way. Plus we save CPU power. All right, cool. So let's see if we can get a bit of that sidechain on it as well. All right, cool. So when it does that, we're gonna bring in the hats. So think of it as kind of like a fill, a sweep, I guess. Alright, and I want to do something to the hats, like maybe a little bit of delay would help in getting it like to sound a little bit better. Pan them to the right a bit too. Oh, that shot was done by accident, but it sounded pretty good, so let's leave it. And then we're gonna have kind of like, I want to have like this fill that they have, so let's see if we can do it. I've never attempted at making them, but I do remember that fill from Phil Collins. Let's see if we can. We're gonna have to use a drum rack for this, or I don't know if we can just sample one of the toms and pitch it down, but we'll see. Let's see. Let's see if we can add that reverb. Hopefully I can do it though. I'm assuming it's the same as the gate for the snare, so that's why I'm doing that. Okay, where the fuck did I put you? Toms. Maybe if the snare does something as well. Alright, let's see, maybe we can pitch it up or something, or pitch it down, and maybe that will give an effect too. And then as we're approaching, we'll add a bit of the snares. Now, this top fill doesn't make any sense. It just happens too sudden. It's like, man, what the fuck? But it's okay, you know, because we'll go from... we're going to have to EQ this in or some shit, but we'll do that there. Man, I hate the new Ableton because of the automations, guys. And then again, I kind of want to have that again. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like a trend, huh? Don't judge on the fact that it doesn't make any sense, though. I do want to add something else. I think it'll sound cool. Fucking automation. Yeah. And then I think here, I guess what we can add is the lead just by itself, maybe. We'll see. Like just playing by itself, like the note D or something, which is the fifth. And let's do like a pitch or something to it. Make it interesting. Ah. Let's go down. There we go. That sounds cool. Knowing Ableton, we have that thing, so we're gonna put this up here. Okay, that's cool. And then maybe we can have like this go in, and let's add an automation here going up to it. Let's pull it down. And let's start to bring it in, I guess. I'm running out of time. Wife just came in and said the food is ready, so I'm just gonna have this kind of working towards there, and we'll see what happens. Man, it does need a lot of ear candy though. I'm gonna use the packs I've made before. I just want to get like an uplifter, like a white noise one. Yeah, I think something like that would work here to bring it in. Doesn't have to go all the way. Whoops, sorry. Let's add like open hats as well. And let's see, Lindrum, baby. Oh man, Lindrum. There we go. And we'll go with something like that. And let's add it on the offbeat. And when the Lindrum comes in, we don't want the hats to place. Now, because the original drum machines, if I remember correctly, like 909, would always duck the closed hat. So that's what we're going to be doing. You gotta keep it going, baby. Here I'm gonna start to add a bit of that change in the melody so that, you know, people know something melodic is coming. And I forgot what we had for our progression. I think it was G, D sharp. This guy needs to come in. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to keep playing it because remember, it's not the synth, it's the sample. So I guess I'll just keep doing that. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it here, guys. Mainly because the wife is telling me to go eat. Plus, I want to finish this damn video. But what we're gonna do here is just duplicate that across, and I guess I'll just have the melody here, which is from the beginning of the video. I think it starts on D, works its way down. So yeah, where the fuck are the automations on this? We want it up. There we go. There we go, and I think it takes too long, eh? It's like 2 bars, so yeah, we're just gonna have to make it smaller. Yeah, we'll do that here, and then we'll finish it up, guys. Let's move this. God damn it! There we go. right, cool. And then we'll just duplicate that. There we go. Alright guys, so that's my attempt at making synthwave. Got the melody, we got the plucks. Again, you know, this genre seems a bit not as hard to make as other stuff, but it does have its intricacies, as you can see. I think the transitions too, you know, if we had a little bit more time, we could work on it, guys. But that's gonna be my take on it. Alright guys, and that's gonna be my attempt at synthwave. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and learned a couple of things, or hopefully it inspires you to try making synthwave as well. The cool thing about synthwave is it's very simple, and it makes you focus more on the composition of the music, and also it pays homage to the 80s, so you can definitely get into it and learn how to make some 80s style music and maybe incorporate it into some, you know, newer styles that we have now in 2018. But with that being said, ninjas, you guys take care. You guys have an amazing day. My wife is nagging for me to go eat with her, so I'll see you guys next time. You guys take care, and you guys have an amazing day.